Hi everyone, this is Kylie Wilter and I am on the field success team, and I'm happy to talk with you today about how to use the gift registry and wish list to build your business. So let's talk a little bit about what this does for our customers. Think about this. You're getting married and you've decided to get the best products for your kitchen. So of course you want to create a Pampered Chef registry. But not only can you receive items on your list as gifts for your wedding, but when you work with a consultant to connect that registry to a party, you also get host benefits to get the remaining things on your list for free or at a discount. Now, what other kitchen tool company offers this? None, right? This is an experience unique to Pampered Chef, and you have the ability to bring it to your customers. So in this webinar today, we're going to walk step by step through how to set up a registry for your customer, how to connect it to a party, and use it during the shower. So let's go ahead and switch screens and jump into our training today. All right, in Consultant's Corner, I would like to show you where to find the training. If you ever want a recap of the steps we're going to cover today, you're going to go to your Explore menu, and under Training, you'll see Gift Registry and Wish List. The Gift Registry and Wish List guide takes you through everything that we're going to cover today. Okay. All right, first of all, let's talk about when to use a wish list and when to use a registry. So a wish list is going to work well when a customer really just wants to keep track of favorite products to remember for a later purchase. So think about how you use maybe an Amazon wish list. Or a customer wants to share gift ideas with friends and family for birthdays, anniversaries, and holidays. Or you can use this when a host wants to create a wish list of free items to redeem with their host rewards. Now, a gift registry really functions the very same way, but you're going to select a registry specifically when you have special life events like a wedding or a housewarming or graduation, for situations where family and friends will be searching online for a gift registry tied to a specific event. And this really works well when you've got a party that's set up specifically with the intent of guests purchasing products for a recipient, such as a wedding shower. So the only differences really are that with a registry, the date of the event is required, and when you connect a registry to a party, guests will see a link on the party page that allows them to shop right from the registry when they're responding to that RSVP. So let's walk through how to set up a registry for your customer. So I'm going to go to the accounts page, my accounts. Oh, sorry. You can do it from here, but I'm actually going to go to reports. This is the newest way. That's even faster now with the new Consultant's Corner. And I'm going to go to Registry and Wish Lists, View Registries and Wish Lists. And here I can see a list of my customers, and I can create a new. So I can either select a wish list or a registry here. So let's create a registry for Holly Host. And we're going to use a wedding as an example today. When you select the date of the event, that means the date of the actual wedding, not the date of the party. And I want to select this for someone else because it's for my host, Holly. And then my consultant information is filled in because I'm already, on my doing this through Consultant's Corner. If your customer goes in and sets up their own wish list or registry, it will autofill with the last consultant that they purchased from. And in most cases, that's going to be you. If for some reason they don't already see you, they have the option to change consultants to make sure that they are working with the consultant that they prefer. Now, this link here says, would you like your customer's wish list to appear in our search results? That means then when a customer goes to the .com site, instead of going just directly to that wish list, if they go to the .com site and they search wish lists or registries, that they will find this registry. And yes, we do want it to be searchable. Where do you want the gifts to be sent? So in this case, I want it to be sent to Holly. And I create the registry. So that was pretty simple, right? That's all there was to it. And at this point, this functions very similarly to just about any other registry that you're going to find. Ours is just even easier to use than a lot of them. Now let's look at what makes it even easier for your guest. They have a quick add here, and this little box does several different things. First of all, if I want to just add things by item number, like let's say the food shopper, I just put in the item number and enter, and boom, it pops into my list. Or let's say I wanted to search by name. I don't know the item number, but I really liked that spiralizer. I could search by name. But just like you have in the show cart, you have the ability here to enter multiple items at a time. And all I need to do is I can add a string of items separated by a space. So I could enter an item number, space, item number, space, and so forth. And push enter, and look at that. All those items are now added to her registry. So very, very simple. And final way that you can add items is by going to Browse Products. And here I can look for, maybe she wants something from the outdoor. She wants the grill. Now, do you notice that I've got these hearts that don't normally appear? Well, that's because the system knows that I am connected to a wish list or registry here. So once I've connected to a wish list or registry, you see these little hearts appear, and I can add things without even having to open up the individual product detail page. I can just add as many of these items as I want from here. And then when I click on View Wish List, it'll take me back to her list, and see those items now have been added. So really simple to add items to your registry for your customer. Now, let's go to our quantity requested. Let's say that she wants more than one of something, like she really wanted two mix and chops. All I have to do is adjust the quantity here, and you'll see here you have quantity requested and quantity purchased. Now, because this is Pampered Chef, we've built in some additional flexibility for you here. We know that the way you work with your customers is really in partnership with them. So everything that I can do here as the consultant from this page, my customer could do as well, as long as she were logged in with her email address, the same email address that's tied to this wish list, and her password. So either of us can adjust quantity requested or quantity purchased from here at any time. Now, let's think about the case that most of these items that are purchased will just be done straight through Holly's wish list. But let's say somebody goes to another Pampered Chef party and purchases a food shopper through another Pampered Chef party. Well, for Holly. Well, then you could actually mark that item as fulfilled here so that she wouldn't get duplicates of that item. Okay, so we know that you sometimes have situations that fall outside the norm because of people going to other parties and so forth, and we allow for that here. Once an item has been fulfilled, it is grayed out so people cannot purchase additional quantity of that item. All right, finally, let's look at the share options here. If I were connected to my Facebook page, I could share from Facebook here. I could share by email, and this is sharing a link to the registry. And so I could share by email, or I could share the link. Now, this is probably the most common use of this. It's going to be, you just copy the link here, and then I can drop that into, I can drop it into my own email platform, or think about a situation where your bride has a wedding website, which is very common now, and on their wedding website, they have all the places they're registered. Well, you can drop this link then into that list of registries, and people can be directly connected here. The final way that this can really be used is if somebody is on their phone, they can text it. So let's see if I can get my phone view up here really quickly. So if I were doing this from my phone, then I could copy and paste that link right into a text as well. So that's another real life example of some of the ways that you might use that registry link. Okay, now that you know how to set up the registry, let's talk about how to connect it to a party. So I'm going to go back into Consultant's Corner here. And let's look at Holly's party. Here's Holly's party. And let's look at some of the options you have. Okay, so here I am on the overview for Holly's party. And oh, my test party here is not far enough in the future. Let me make a quick adjustment for our demo purposes here. Okay. So when I'm setting up a wedding type party, I want to make sure that I've selected, now this can be either in person or virtual or catalog, but I want to make sure I've selected wedding here, because what that's going to do is give me the ability to shop from the registry as well. Some other options that I'm going to have on the party setup are under the hosted by. It's important that your host, who is your host is the bride, and that's because the host is going to be the email address that the registry is connected to. So it's important that Holly is connected as the host to her registry. However, we know that that's not a real life situation, right? Holly is not going to be hosting her own shower typically. So here's how we allow for that. It's Holly's shower, that's the name of her party, but it's hosted by whoever the hosts are. So you can set up the wedding shower to be hosted by whoever you like. So this is a customizable field, so whoever is actually holding that party for Holly can have their names go there, but she will actually be listed as the host. And that's how we make sure that Holly's wish list or registry is connected to her party, okay? Some other things to look at there from the setup perspective are in the theme. So I've selected wedding shower, and when I've selected wedding shower, I have several different cover photo options that appear at the top that are appropriate for wedding. So I've got this one if I wanted to switch it out with this gift type option or any of these, very appropriate for wedding. I could really choose anything else that I like, but selecting the wedding shower theme gives me some very applicable options at the top. You can Customize the theme however you like, including the description here. Now, let's go to the host wish list. And what we want to do here is connect the registry to Holly's party. So that takes me to this host wish list. And when I do the drop down, I see Holly and Steve's wedding. This is the list that we just created, right? Now watch what happens when I connect it. Now I see all those items that we just added are right here connected to that party. Okay, so it's very simple. All right, finally, now that registry is connected to the party, let's look at how that works on the overview. When your customer goes, when the guest goes to the party landing page, they see now the option to either shop for themselves or shop from the registry, and that will connect to Holly's Holly's registry. So they can shop for her directly from this show landing page, the party landing page. And let's go back to the cart. So we've talked about all the things that you can do to set up the registry and connect it to the party ahead of time. Let's talk about what it actually looks like during the party. Let's say we're going to add a guest. All right, so let's add Gary guest to the party. And Gary is checking out, and let's say he wants to add something to his own order. And then you can say, well, Gary, would you like to get something from the wish list as well? From the host registry? Well, of course he would. So now he's going to be able to select which item he'd like to add to the to his order. So see that food shopper that we a few moments ago we showed that food shopper had already been fulfilled. See, it's already showing me one of one is requested, so I wouldn't want to add another one there. But I see that nobody has bought the veggie spiralizer yet. So I can select Gary guest. That's going to add it to his cart. I click on view cart and look. Now he has that food shopper he wanted for himself and the veggie spiralizer that he's purchasing for the bride. And he can have all those things shipped to one place. If you are not on Direct Ship Now, now this particular consultant is in the Direct Ship Now program, but if I were not in the Direct Ship Now program, I could actually have these items shipped to separate places as well, and split the order to be shipping to 2 different places. Okay, so the little WL next to the item shows that this was the item that was added from the wish list or registry. And again, if you want to see how easy it was to go to to add something from the registry, all I do is I hover over this gray menu, I click on View Host Wish List. We can add the Southwest Seasoning to Gary's cart. I click on the blue button to go back to his cart, and there it is. This allows him to pay for all of the items for himself and for the bride, all in one payment, and be all set to go. So we hope that makes it easy for you to see how to use the registry and wish list for your parties. Let's do one final thing here. Let's just show you. Let's return to that. Let's return to the wish list and registry list here, and let's go back to Holly and Steve's wedding. And you can see here how we really closed the loop. Those items that we added to Gary's cart are now showing as fulfilled. Even though he hasn't paid yet, we know that you need to keep track of the purchases during the course of the party. So even though his items haven't been shipped yet, They're in his cart, so we are showing them as purchased so that you don't need to keep track of who has purchased what during the party. So we hope that that makes it very easy for you to see how to set up a registry or wish list, how to connect it to a party, and then how to add those items to the customer orders during the party as well. So we really hope that you enjoy these features with your customers to help them get the most out of their Pampered Chef experience. Thanks for watching.